They called him a symbol, a rebel, the man who made purple a warning. But the truth? Prince was a one-man war against the music industry. And he wasn't fighting for fame. He was fighting for freedom, not just for himself, but for every artist they ever tried to control. Prince was music before he could speak. By 7, he was composing. By 10, he was performing. By 19, he'd signed his first record deal, but what they gave him in applause, they stole in contracts. He was told it was just paperwork. But on paper, they owned everything. Prince didn't just write songs. He played every instrument, engineered the sessions, designed the look. But when the album dropped, he realized one thing. He didn't own the masters. The suits did. And that was his first heartbreak. Not from a woman, but from a system that dressed like opportunity. Purple Rain wasn't just an album. It was a cultural earthquake. The movie, the tour, the myth. Prince had arrived. But success was a trap. The bigger he got, the tighter they held the leash. In 1993, he did the unthinkable. He changed his name to a symbol, not to rebrand, to rebel. Because every time they used the name Prince, he wasn't getting paid. They were. So he silenced the brand and weaponized the confusion. He stood on stage with "slave" written across his face. And the world didn't know how to react. Some laughed. Some called him crazy. But the truth? He was saying what every artist felt, but was too scared to say. They offered him $100 million to stay. He walked away. Because no price is worth your name. No stage is worth your soul. Prince fought to own his masters, because when you own the art, you can't be erased. By the 2000s, Prince was free. No label, no leash. He dropped music on his own terms, on his website, in secret albums, even in newspapers. He didn't chase charts. He chased ownership. Years later, the world caught up. New artists started fighting their labels. Big names started demanding masters. And they all pointed to the same blueprint. Prince. Then, in 2016, he was gone. Suddenly, quietly, found alone in an elevator, just days after finally regaining full control of his music. They said it was fentanyl. They said it was accidental. But the world didn't buy it. Not with the timing, not with the silence that followed. Because when Prince died, his music didn't stop. It got repackaged, rented, played in boardrooms he spent decades trying to escape. No will, no instructions, just confusion. 6 siblings, millions in unreleased music, and a fight over a fortune nobody fully understood. The government stepped in, the bank took control, and the man who fought the system was now in its hands again. In 2022, half of Prince's estate was sold to a music investment group. Private equity, not family. They got publishing, recordings, likeness, and future licensing rights. Everything he fought for, packaged and monetized. Because in death, even freedom has a price tag. The vault was cracked open. The industry called it history, but fans called it robbery. Prince never released that music for a reason. Some songs were unfinished. Some were statements. Some were warnings. He tried to tell us, in interviews, in lyrics, in silence. If you don't own your masters own you. But we didn't listen loud enough. And now they're playing his songs in car commercials, while pretending he would have approved. Prince lives on, but not in the way he earned. His songs chart again, his name trends again, but behind every stream is a split, a cut, a boardroom making decisions on his behalf. He became the exact thing he died trying to stop. Not everyone moved on. Some remember the fight, the warning, and the cost of defiance. They wear purple not as fashion, but as resistance, because legends like Prince aren't just missed. They're studied, protected, resurrected. Today, artists release without labels. They ask for ownership in every deal. And when they trace the blueprint, it always leads back to Prince, not just as an artist, but as a revolutionary. It took 6 years to divide his estate, 6 years to assign dollar signs to a soul. And even then, the battle wasn't over, because legacy doesn't live in contracts, it lives in memory. And memory doesn't always pay. Prince didn't die a slave, he died free, but surrounded by vultures. He knew what they'd do, and maybe he knew he wouldn't be around to stop it. But what he left behind wasn't just music. It was a warning to anyone chasing fame. If you don't read the contract, you might become part of it.